Alright, so let's get back into this. Um, yes, season is over, but the drama still continues with some fans thinking they know it all about who should go in what ride and who's ready for cup and whatnot. Yes, I can be one of those fans, but in this case, people don't realize that I don't like when drivers who aren't really ready for the Cup Series moving up when they have one in the Truck Series or two won the Xfinity Series, but has made it to the championship for 2 years in a row without winning a race. That doesn't make any sense to me. Why people back him up, but shit on Tiff, who hasn't won an Xfinity race either. I don't believe. Um, but he's going to a underfunded team. Like to me, it's a kind of a low budget, underfunded team. Um, a front row or motorsports with Michael McDowell and David Drake. And what people don't realize, for one example, look at Alex Bowman. People last year, well, this past season, thought he was a rookie because they knew nothing about him. Um, but he ran with some underfunded teams, like crappy teams, for years. Sorry, it's dark. I just don't want to put lights on. He drove for the Tommy Baldwin Racing for a little bit. Then went to another. I don't remember, but he ran for a couple teams that weren't top tier, as you say, like Joe Gibbs, Hendrick, RCR, SHR, and all those top level teams. He wasn't at that level. He was driving crappy cars. Um, but he got a chance with Junior Motorsports part time. Then came a simulator, like sim driver, I guess, for Hendrick Motorsports, waiting for a ride to open up. And he's like this kid came from nothing. He's like I guess has a as an owner, I guess, for like a sprint car kind of thing, or I don't know, but running dirt, I guess. I'm not really an expert on all that, but he runs other kind of racing, um, for like the Chili Bowl and other stuff like that. But like he comes from my neck of, well, not my neck of woods, but a couple hours east of where I am, from Tucson. He didn't come from money. He didn't come from like really much of anything, and then he worked his way up. He won the Xfinity Series. I don't think he ran truck. I don't. Yeah, I don't think he ran truck. Honestly, I don't remember. But he ran one race at, no, ran a race with CGR last year. Last year? Yeah, last year. Um, in the 42 at Charlotte, and won that race, which was his first career like NASCAR race win ever. so so that pretty much stayed with him. Like he's making a name for himself. Um, then once Junior announced he was retiring, last year, people were like, "Oh, um, suggesting who would be a good fit for the ride," and da. I kept saying Bowman because he filled in for Dale 2 years ago for like 4 races. Ran extremely well. I think it was like 6 races actually. Um, but got a lot of top 10 finishes. He ran it better than his finishes were. So it just shows how good he really is. Um, it'll only get better as time goes on. This was the first year in like top tier equipment he's gotten. So right now he's what got first year driving full time in the Cup Series. Um, driving the '88 nationwide Chevy Camaro for Hendrick Motorsports, and which is awesome because I adore that kid. He's I would say kid, he's about around the same age as me, a couple years younger, but he's like a true staple of coming from nothing and working his way to where he is now. The same goes with Jimmy. Even Jimmy came literally from nothing, coming from El Cajon, California, and is now a 7-time champion, 83 wins, all that. It's just incredible where you see these drivers come from. It's like the stories that you hear about these drivers and where they come from. But with Matt Tifft, he has potential to be a really good driver. Not great, but really good. Um, so is this like the same path Bowman took? Um, Started out with like a very not so well funded team, but he's getting his foot wet and see what the Cup Series takes and entails. And then once he like kind of pays his dues in the Cup Series, he'll probably catch some of like different like top teams, like maybe RCR one day. Um, so it's not he's not gonna like he's gonna be in that car with that team forever. And so just look at what Alex Bowman did and look what and I just feel like Matt Tiff's going in the same direction. So um oh, and Chase Briscoe was announced that he's running Xfinity full time this next year with Stuart Haas Racing. Now that they're expanding to a 2-car team in the Xfinity Series with Cole Custer, and now Chase Briscoe in the '98 car. What else? It's pretty much it. But I just want to say people need to not give this kid a hard time because he's still young. He can still make it to that team he really wants to be on if he works hard. works hard. Sorry, works hard enough. Like again, look at Alex Bowman, and just look at the way his career has gone. It hasn't been perfect. But he got to where he wanted to be, but now he wants to go and win races, possibly championships. Like just it's like his time will come, I believe, to be in better, way better equipment than what Front Row Motorsports, whatever that is. Um, so I don't expect him to run extremely well like his very first year, but I feel like he'll be decent. He'll probably get like some top 20s and top 15s. Um, but I'll be rooting for that kid next year, definitely. When it comes to Xfinity Series, sticking with Bell and Noah, Allgaier, and now Chase Briscoe. I like Chase Briscoe. He's pretty cool. And he went from running in the Truck Series to having like to nothing. Like he was only running like a few races this past season in Xfinity, and now he's getting a full time ride with his pretty much his icon. Um, so it's pretty awesome to see these kids or young men, I should say. It's just funny how I'm 27. These drivers are like around the same age as I am, and I still call them like kids or young men. But yeah, so pretty cool watching some drivers who literally came from probably like nothing, or just struggled, like had a little bit harder time making it to the top or where they want to go, and just see their progression. So, and okay, so tomorrow is Chase's birthday. He'll be 23. It's hard to believe he's only going to be 23. Um, like I started watching this kid, young man, um, since he was, let's see, 18 years old. So it's pretty cool to see him now with a few cup wins under his belt, and so can't wait to be posting about his birthday tomorrow. And then the NASCAR like Cup Series awards broadcast on NBCSN at 8 p.m. Eastern, but the pre-show I think is an hour early, like an hour before that. So on Thursday. Excuse me. I just ate a sandwich from Subway. I've been eating too much, so I'm trying to detox a little bit. Get back to my gym ways. I'm trying to get my room in order since I have a couple more days off from work, which I needed. But now I'm just like getting me back to work because I'm going crazy. But anyway. Oh yeah. Life update. I went and test drove a couple of Toyota Tacomas last week with my dad. I absolutely fell in love. So it's gonna be a while until I get my truck, but I'm saving up, and just one day, it's just a dream right now. Been saving up, saving. Welcome to adulthood. And I also saw a Ford F-150 that I freaking love. It was a full-size truck though, but of course my mom was trying to talk me out of it, but it's still in the back of my mind. And a Chevy Silverado. Absolutely love those trucks, just basically based on like the look of them and like the space inside. It's like look like a football arena inside of those things. So anyway, I'm done ranting for the night. Try to get some sleep. I don't really get much sleep to begin with, so say hi, Joey. You can't really see him, but there's my dog. Hi, Jojo. Anyway, good night.